I was wasting my potential away because of my crazy porn addiction. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know the story about how I was fapping 3 to 6 times a day. On December 2022, I remember I read a book titled Your Brain on Porn by Gary Wilson. And in that book, he listed out the symptoms of a porn addict. And I relate to all of the symptoms that are mentioned. Low on motivation. You can't focus on anything. You objectify women, or you imagine them naked or having sex with them. You lack the discipline. You have social anxiety, and you are kind of nervous whenever you want to talk to women. And the worst part is ED and PE. There were countless stories of how people have actually changed their life by going through 90 days of Nofap. Now, if you've been on Nofap, you've probably watched one of the videos on YouTube that shows the timeline benefits, whereas on day 14 you will get confidence, and then on day 30 you start to get women attraction, and then on day 90 you possess something more or less like a superhuman power. Now, I've gone more than 100 days on Nofap now, although I could say it is life-changing, but the truth is that it's not as exaggerated as what they all share online, because here are the truth about Nofap. Number one is that the benefits don't keep on increasing over time. In my case, I reached the peak where I received all of the benefits on Nofap on day 50, and up until then, the benefits on Nofap that I experienced goes like this every single day, like a small wavy curve. Sometimes I'm able to focus for like 5 hours straight, sometimes I'm able to focus for like just 3 hours. But even though the benefit doesn't increase over time, but it's still a far better progress compared to me when I was fapping 3 to 6 times a day. The maximum I could focus was only 1 hour, and the average is around like 30 minutes, and that's it. I want you to picture your progress on Nofap just like you going to the gym. Before you go to the gym, you might have a goal to have an aesthetic body. So you plan to go to the gym for, let's just say, 3 times a week. You stay consistent throughout the journey, and then 2 years later, you already built your very own aesthetic body. But here's the thing, in order to maintain that aesthetic body, you still have to eat healthy and go to the gym 3 times a week. You're doing this just to maintain the aesthetic body that you currently have. Because if you want a much more aesthetic body, or like a more shredded body, you gotta up that number into like going to the gym 4 times a week. And you gotta be much more selective with what you eat on a daily basis. Now, what I just shared might sound really cliche, right? But the truth is that a lot of people still have this weird expectation that once they have that dream body, they will stop working out. And right after they completed 90 days on Nofap, they will start watching porn again. So the real question is that what's the point of doing that in the first place? Majority of the good habits that you're doing, it is meant as a lifestyle. It's not something that you should do for like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days as a form of challenge. It's what we do on a daily basis for life. Same thing with Nofap. In order to maintain your benefit, more confidence, getting that women attraction, you still have to go through Nofap for the rest of your life. This is where most people would quit, because they thought like after 30 days everything would be easier, everything would be okay. We're meant to go through hardship consistently. That is our purpose as a man. Alright, aside from that, number 2 is going through the flatline. I talk about hitting my flatline on day 40 of Nofap. You can check that out. In simple terms, flatline is when you lose all the benefits that you've been getting throughout like 30 or 40 days of Nofap. You will lose all the motivation. It is harder for you to stay disciplined. You lose all the libido. Your sex drive is basically gone. You cannot get your dick up in the morning, and that is just screwed up, man. The truth about flatline is that you don't know when it will end. For some people, it could be just a week, but in my case, it was more than 2 months before the flatline gone away. I seen a lot of people give up because they hit the flatline. They thought that, oh, Nofap is pointless. Now I gotta go fap, because what's the point? You lose all the benefits. And I almost relapsed because of the expectations that people have set online. Because some people said that,
oh yeah, flatline only lasts for a week.
But for me, again, it's 2 months. I was literally stressed out. I was frustrated, and you can tell by my face in that video. But the good news is that not all people will actually experience the flatline. Whether you experience the flatline or not, it is very important for you to trust your very own process. What I'm about to share might sound very contradicting to what other people have shared online, but I don't want you to focus on the benefits on Nofap. Now, you might be wondering, like, you're here because of the benefits, right? You're here for the women attraction. You're here to get more motivation, to focus on your purpose, and to become a much more disciplined man. I don't want you to really focus on that. What I want you to really focus on is to keep yourself busy. Work on yourself, go to the gym, meet some new people, step out of your comfort zone on a daily basis. Even if you're not getting that benefit, even if you don't receive any women attraction throughout your 90 days of Nofap, and even if it seems it is much more pleasurable to just bust your nut, giving into that short-term pleasures, as time passed by, you slowly start to learn that this is how men live. I mean, just picture this. You went to the gym, you hit your chest day, and then your chest is popping up because you had a good pump. By the way, yeah, I just gone to the gym. Why am I shaking my boobs? That's weird. But anyways, although the pump was temporary, right? It only lasts like an hour, 2 hours, or maximum a day. But it's still way better than laying on your bed, eating that junk food, drinking soda, scrolling through a TikTok, right? You gotta be very, very patient with yourself, especially on this Nofap journey, because again, this is a lifestyle. I was just like you. I joined Nofap and I switched into semen retention because I thought, oh yeah, if I keep my seminal fluid, I will receive women traction on day 30, right? And you know what I did? On day 30, I kept checking in the mirror to see if there's any changes in my facial feature, in my body, if there's any hair or something like that. And when I'm in public, I would, just glance at people just to see if they notice me or not. I would constantly check if there's any women checking out on me or if there's any female attraction at all. I mean, I did get all the benefits. I get more motivation, I'm more focused, and on day 70, that is when women attraction starts to happen in my life. But at the end of the day, you're choosing Nofap as a lifestyle because you're a person who is able to control yourself, whether that's physical, emotional, or your very own sexual desires. And another thing is that you also cultivate discipline, self-respect, self-love, all of this life great principle. Again, don't get into Nofap or semen retention because you want to get the women attraction or you want to get the discipline, motivation, whatever that is. You're here because you simply show yourself. You simply challenge yourself to see that you're a person who is able to control yourself. And once you start to master these high value principles in your life, then you will start noticing massive breakthroughs in your life, whether that's financially or relationship, any aspect of your life. It always starts within you. Remember, if you go easy in life, then life will be hard. But if you go hard in life, then life will be easy. Find comfort in discomfort. See you in the next video. Cheers.